the cross. Wide open net. Oh, what a save!
And here's the shot. They score!
Jan Jaegers around two men. Backhand. Scores! Davis Jaegers with an incredible goal. A breakaway. He backhand shot. Scores! Mendelson makes it 3-0. So here's Beecham, backdoor to Tate, scores! We are live from Winnetka Ice Arena for the SHL Game of the Week on YouTube Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into tonight's broadcast where we have a classic North Shore matchup between New Trier Green and the Glenbrook South Titans. Alongside Tyler Rocky, I am Max Anderson. We'll have all of the live game action for you here from Winnetka. Tonight is the second league game and the fourth time overall these two teams have met already this year, with New Trier winning the lone SHL matchup. Well, the team split two decisions in the season opening invitational tournament. For GBS, they're coming off an OT loss last night, and for more on their approach to tonight's game, we'll send it down to Tyler Rocky, who's standing by with Titan head coach Jimmy Philbin.
All right, Coach, so you've already played New Trier 3 times already. What have you liked out of your team in those matchups?
Well, I think the competitiveness that we bring to the games, not only against New Trier, but every game this year has been outstanding. Last time we played them, we got off to a slow start, and they put in a couple goals right off the bat in the first minute and a half, 2 minutes. So we learned from that mistake. We had a good rest of the game, and hopefully we'll have a good start tonight.
You mentioned some of those slow starts. What do you want to see out of your team in the first 7 or so minutes?
Well, New Trier's going to bring it like they do all the time in the first 5 to 7 minutes of every game, and I want to see us respond right away. I want to see if we can keep the puck out of our zone, down in their zone, create some scoring opportunities, put some pressure on their D, and hopefully put one away.
So Luke Winger came in for overtime last night. He's getting the start and goal tonight. What do you like out of him in the situation that he saw last night and into today?
Yeah, I think Luke can play the puck really well back there, and that's one of the reasons we put him in last night for the 3-on-3 overtime. He handles the puck like no other goalie I've seen. And, you know, he's good in the net. He controls the play back there. He's like a third defenseman for us, so it's nice to have him in the net and look for good things from him tonight.
All right, best of luck, Coach.
Thank you.
So one of the keys certainly discussed there as Tyler Rocky got those great thoughts out of Jimmy Philbin. Always appreciate his candor on the broadcast. Certainly coming out hot, right? New Trier, very known for trying to put teams down early, put them away early, really impose their will early. They're certainly aware of that, and weathering that storm and trying to find that first goal can be really critical in this matchup for GBS. Mentioning Luke Winger, your starting goaltenders presented by Schmidt Goaltending tonight. On the GBS side, we have Drew Dirtoff getting the start for the Trevians, while Luke Winger, as mentioned in the opener, will get the start for GBS. Winger getting his 6th start of the SHL season, sporting about a 2.5 goals against average and just a hair under 90% save percentage. Meanwhile, Drew Dirtoff getting his 4th start of the SHL season. Goals allowed average up near about 3 at 2.91 and just an 82.5% save percentage. So, you know, he'll be looking to improve on those numbers here tonight. Both teams getting their final instructions from their benches, huddling with their coaches. Here as we get started live from Winnetka Ice Arena. Thank you for tuning in with us here. A late night, midweek game here, Wednesday night, rivalry night here on the North Shore. And we are excited to bring you this matchup. A little bit tail to tape so far this season. GBS 3-2-3, 3 overtime losses already this season. They've been in so many games and come up short there in OT. Meanwhile, New Trier suffered their first league loss just a couple of nights ago against St. Viator, falling 3-2. So, Tyler, in talking to Jimmy Philbin, first of all, it sounds like a confident coach, doesn't really care that they played last night, and certainly has confidence in his starting netminder.
Absolutely, and that's something that you are going to need night in and night out, especially when you're going with a different goalkeeper from the night before. And even though he let up the goal in overtime, he's still confident in his netminder to go out there and give him a solid performance tonight.
And we are underway from Winnetka. GBS controlling off the opening face-off draw. Far side boards, Matt Callahan Dolby now tries to spin it around, deflected and out by Jason Ban. That'll go the length of the ice for an icing. So just 18 seconds into the game, an offensive zone draw coming for New Trier.
And this is one of those situations here that Coach Philbin may be a little bit on edge about, these early offensive zone faceoffs here. He knows his team needs to start fast, and this is a great opportunity here for New Trier.
Jack Mulvey for GBS in the defensive zone draw. A couple of key injuries for New Trier, a couple of key cogs in their lineup out. We'll get to that here in just a minute. Southwood tries to whack this puck out of the zone. Cusick able to keep it at the point, at least for a moment. Now played out and deep by Jason Ban. Heading in on the forecheck, Mulvey, Ban, and Southwood. This puck spun off high off the boards. Elmberg able to corral it there. He'll carry it in the zone from his defensive spot. His shot was wide of the net. Ban from the far side half boards fires a shot in on net. That's deflected up into the netting, and an offensive zone draw coming for the Titans.
So now it works the other way here with GBS. New Trier had the early offensive zone faceoff, and again, we're not even a minute into this first period here, and we're already seeing an early offensive opportunity. You need a fast start if you're GBS, especially against a team that's already beaten you a couple times this season.
Frymouth with the faceoff draw. He's not able to win it. That's Daniel Baltz was able to do it for New Trier, but getting possession back is Frymouth. Papalis. Now Benindetti able to keep it in. Shot from just above the circle, knocked down in front. And back the other way comes New Trier. If they hurry, they can have a 2-on-1. Good stick as he got back into his own zone by Benindetti. And New Trier able to get back in their own zone. Jack Hawkins not able to clear it as Erickson spins it in behind. Now Jason Rabinowitz will look up ice again. Hill steps in front of this one for GBS. Stop the rush, misplayed in the neutral zone by Will Stevens. That shot nearly got past Winger for the first goal of the game. Now back the other way comes GBS with some speed. Coming up the far side wing, Eric Steenstrup. Boland able to keep it in at the point. Now played along on the half boards by Stevens into the corner. Bodies come together. Getting it into the slot. Not able to play it. Crafty move there by Joseph Rabinowitz to back check and avoid that offensive zone chance for GBS. Sokol to Boland. He has his stick lifted side of the net. Here's an opportunity for New Trier. Shot and a save for Winger. So nice play side of the net by Henry Fleetwood. But Winger up to the challenge.
I think it's two very important moments so far for Winger. A guy who just kind of had one deflect off a skate, maybe a little bit unconfident after last night, but he sees one bounce go his way and then he makes one save on an odd man rush.
Certainly a point-blank one that's a little bit trickier than it may have appeared. Southwood plays this out of his own zone. Fleetwood in the neutral zone. We'll just drop it deep. Just past Boland's stick, so that won't be an icing, as that dump came certainly from the New Trier side, but Boland missed it at his blue line. Now near side boards. Four bodies come together, eventually coming away with it is Sokol. Sokol looks up ice. He'll just chip out into the neutral zone. Take some pressure off. Immediately coming back is Lucas Cheris. Cheris can't handle the puck as he enters the zone. Played up and out by the Titans. Miller now carries in for New Trier. Skates wide. Tries to create space. He'll toss puck in behind. Fleetwood checks Sokol off the puck. He'll try to chip it. Not able to get much on it was Jack Mulvey. Eventually rink wide and played out into the GBS bench, where we'll get a offensive zone draw coming for New Trier. A bit of a miscue there coming out of their own zone for the Titans.
The passing something for GBS so far in the early going. Probably could be cleaned up a little bit. They haven't gotten much momentum into their offensive zone so far.
13:46 left here in the first period. Face-off draw won by the Titans. Taking the puck in behind is Mason Dolby, not able to get it all the way out. Shot in on Winger, and he'll easily glove that and take it a defensive zone draw. Just 4.5 minutes here into the first period. Just getting started here from Winnetka Ice Arena. 0-0 our score through just a few minutes. There's a deflection from the middle of the ice from Joseph Buddington. Wasn't able to get that much on the redirect attempt, so Winger easily able to keep that out, but certainly Buddington had some space there. 4 or 5 bodies now battling at the far side point. Eventually forced out by the Titans. Out of it comes Voigela. And D2D settled here by the Titans. So far, offensive zone chances certainly favoring New Trier. GBS not much in the offensive zone. In fact, I'd say of the 5+ minutes we've played so far, about 4.5 of them have been in the GBS zone.
And you wonder, is that the tired legs from last night after the hard-fought overtime loss, or is it just the way that New Trier has kind of dominated this series so far this season? But I think regardless, it's a good thing for Winger, getting these early looks in goal and building some confidence here early on.
Helmberg waits in front of his net, protecting the crease. Not able, and that we're going to have our first penalty of the game. GBS is going to get an extra attacker on the ice. Happened down to our left. Didn't quite see what it was for. Regardless, it's going to be Douthitt with the penalty on the play. So Douthitt will serve 2 minutes in the penalty box. So first offensive real opportunity here for GBS. Mulvey will take the draw for GBS. And opposite him, Joseph Rabinowitz.
And this is a pivotal early moment in this game for a team like GBS coming off that tough loss last night. If you can punch in the mouth first, that can really help out your team, your offense, and how about your goalkeeper too, who's made a couple saves for you already so far and was in goal last night when the winner went through.
Certainly can give a jump in your step. There's no doubt about that. As I think we're working on some scoreboard issues here, trying to get that penalty up on the board. So that, I believe, is the holdup at the moment. .23 left here in the first period, just getting started. Now apparently a minute 30 penalty, which is a whole creation. That is not a thing. So they're still working to try to get that figured out. Now it looks like they have. And we'll be able to resume play. Mulvey and Rabinowitz. Rabinowitz able to win it. Hawkins able to take it in behind. He'll try to clear it, but a good stick by Southwood keeps it in. An errant pass, and Rabinowitz will be able to clear. Here's Southwood. You got to take another half a beat there. He just fired the puck towards the middle, not towards anyone in particular. Threw the puck away, and New Trier is able to waste 25 seconds here.
Yeah, not a lot of patience from Glenbrook South, not just on this power play opportunity, but really all game. You've seen a lot of a lack of stick control, really, from the Titans so far.
They've got to clean that up, certainly in the offensive zone. They've already lost 30 seconds on this power play with nothing really to show for it. Now carrying the puck is Ban. He'll waits for it back at the point, check in the corner. Ban able to get the puck back at the point. He'll shoot, blocked in front, and kept in by Ban. Now far side circle, Mulvey, back to Ban. We'll drop it in behind. Southwood behind the net will battle with Rabinowitz. Mulvey coming to support. He'll get the puck. He's got Hill waiting back at the point. Opts to drop back down. He loses the puck. Should have gone back to Hill at the point. I don't think there's any question about that. A little bit too much work there on the boards there from Mulvey.
And right now for Glenbrook South, I mean, not a lot of traffic in front of the net either. Everything right now that Durdov is facing in front of net, it's self-inflicted. It's his own guys generating some of that traffic in front. I'd like to see a few more bodies in front, try to make life a little bit more difficult for Durdov in net.
30 seconds left on the power play. GBS with nothing to show for it so far. Frymuth tries to set up. Able to keep it in was Benetetti. And he loses the puck. New Trier going to try at least waste some time here with Buddington. Papalis not able to handle the puck. Eventually Almberg, near side point, carries it in. Goes around one New Trier defenseman. Can't get much on the shot. Chance in front. Swiped away by Kroger. That puck alertly cleared, and that will be the end of the power play for GBS.
And that's a great stick, great awareness that time by Kroger. If that thing gets by, there's a Titan right there ready to bury it.
So no shots on that power play for GBS. New Trier with a quality kill. New Trier on the season, a 92% penalty kill percentage. That is elite. So clearly getting it done is New Trier. That puck just jumps over the stick of Cheris, and he'll have to reset. Faulkner plays that puck on, and Baltz wasn't able to handle as he enters the zone. 9:43 left here in the first period, still scoreless. Cheeky pass as Stevens takes it into the offensive zone. Another good stick by Enright. Disrupts that GBS rush. Back the other way with speed comes New Trier. But again, disrupted by GBS. Good stick work from both defensive units, as both these teams are trying to stick handle past each other with disciplined defense not allowing it.
Yeah, and especially on the case of New Trier. I mean, you haven't really seen any sort of offense get set up for Glenbrook South, even during the penalty.
I don't believe they have a shot on goal at this point. Through better than 8 minutes in, and GBS I don't think has a shot on net. So that's certainly got to be a focus. They've got to simplify the game a little bit. Get the puck deep, get to the corners, get to the dirty areas, set up their offense, and get the puck towards the net. Because right now, they are not able to.
And right now, clearly the aggressive team out there on the ice is New Trier. I mean, you're seeing some Titan players sort of drift away from the puck as opposed to trying to attack it and make sure they confirm that they're getting possession.
Good example of it there, as New Trier is able to keep this rush going, at least for the moment. Now stretch pass and a good stick from Hawkins, not to let Southwood, who's waiting at his offensive blue line. Puck comes all the way around in the corner. Mulvey gets the puck there. He's checked off the puck. Coming to support is Frymuth. Dolby will again play it deep. He tries to find Mulvey around the other side. Hawkins able to disrupt that. Puck comes bounding out into the neutral zone. Eight minutes remaining here in the first period. Still 0-0. One power play chance for GBS was wholly empty. Not even a shot on goal during that power play. Comes New Trier. Here's Douthitt. His shot well wide. Tyler Smith, far side half boards. Collect. Douthitt tries to get it in between the circles. No one from New Trier was home. Now this puck just shy of center ice, and that's a mistake. That's the second time we've seen that. That time it was Will Papalis. If he takes just one more stride up ice, he avoids an icing there.
I will say one thing that sort of surprised me in the early going between these two teams. They've already played each other 3 times, and I haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of physicality out there from either team. I know there's been the one penalty so far, but this is a rivalry matchup that usually likes to get pretty physical, and everything so far has been pretty tame.
Let's see how that takes shape as this game moves along. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Snow aggressive, trying to play the puck on. Douthitt gets the puck deep, but no forecheck presence from New Trier. Easily cleared out by the Titans. Far corners Kroger. He'll look up ice. Good patient play there by Kroger. We talk about kind of the opposite of what we saw from GBS. He looked up, took an extra beat to find his spacing, and now New Trier on the rush. Good example of the difference between the two plays. Now misplayed puck, side of the net chance. Here from Douthitt, and a glove for Winger.
It looks like the net got dislodged that time there. Really, really strong defense. It's sort of been the bend, don't break for Glenbrook South so far in the early going. Meanwhile, on the other side, I've seen a very aggressive New Trier defensive unit that's not letting passes get completed and really wreaking havoc and making life difficult on this Titan offense.
6:41 remaining in the first period. Face-off draw won by GBS. Ventura in the corner. Try to dig it out. Eventually it's Allenberg. Played up ice. Good hot pass there as they try to carry the puck forward. Eventually getting it deep as Stevens. Steenstrup not able to win possession on the forecheck. Back the other way comes New Trier. This puck dropped in deep by Crosby. Played by Winger. He talked about it before the game, did Coach Philbin, that maybe the best puck-playing goaltender he's ever seen at this level in Winger, and we've seen it a couple of times here, is we're going to have an offsides.
Everything so far pretty clean. And, I mean, it's just really just been two defenses that have stepped up. And like I mentioned, New Trier not letting a lot get completed offensively for Glenbrook South. On the other side for GBS, New Trier's worked in deep a couple of times, have had a couple opportunities, but credit Winger, he's come up with a couple of big saves, and a timely stick here and there for the Titans has helped keep this one scoreless.
Played in the corner, Elmberg tries to scoop it out and taken away by a ball. It's far side Hawkins. He'll shoot. Glove save from Winger. So Winger looking comfortable in net early. Had that one awkward first shot on net. Everything since has been very solid in net for GBS.
And even though that first shot was a little bit awkward, I think it was important to kind of see a bounce go right for him. After seeing one off a skate last night in the overtime loss, I think that was certainly important to get him a little bit of confidence, some wind in his sails, and he's come up big with a couple of plays so far.
One back, here's Kroger. Tries to play it into the corner, easily played by Frymuth. Dolby in the corner now, looks up ice. Gets it on to Erickson. Erickson tries to kick it to his stick, kicks a little bit too far. Baltz will take it for the Trevians. Tries to spin it out, Erickson able to keep it in. Papalis now trying to battle. He'll just, again, drop it in deep. Kroger battling in the corner, kept in at the point, Allenberg. He takes an errant shot, and that one wide of the net, but easily gloved by Dirtoff. And if you're Dirtoff, I think that's the first time he's touched the puck here tonight.
I don't love that shot right there. I mean, it's a very deep shot. You don't have really anyone in front there for any sort of deflection, any sort of traffic, any sort of rebound even. If Dirtoff doesn't come up with that cleanly, Glenbrook South needs to work the puck in a little bit deeper, try to get some of these better opportunities.
Face-off draw one, New Trier. Kroger in behind his net, stops, and drops off to Cusick. Finds a darting Lubinovitz. Now Cheris, he gets checked off the puck. Dolby handles it, he'll spin it around, but not out. Finally forced out, and Cheris back to settle it for the Trevians. 3:55 will carry the puck. He's checked off the puck. Loses it as he enters the zone. This puck, no, is icing, is waved. Not entirely sure why, to be honest with you. Thought that looked like a textbook icing, but our linesman waved it. Now good stick by Ventura. Again, a bit of an impatient chance, side of the net here, and a big save. First real test for Dirtoff, but even for Ventura, he had a little bit more space, and instead of kind of settling, letting his team get a little bit more positioned in the offensive zone, just dump the puck in deep. We're seeing that 3 or 4 times now from GBS.
Yeah, that struck me as odd too, especially because it was a 2-on-3. You could have had a little bit of an opportunity there. It wasn't like you're going 1-on-3 with no chance, and you're trying to get some of your teammates to come and join you there. I think that was another opportunity for Glenbrook South that, again, the impatience I feel like with this team so far in the early going hasn't allowed any sort of offense to develop.
And I know certainly, I think the instinct a lot of times when you play New Trier is they usually have so much speed that they close space really quickly. You feel like you need to get rid of the puck. Now, this isn't your average New Trier team over the last few years. Here's a shot easily gloved by a winger. I mean, I think Coach Bob Melton talked about before the game. They're a different team this year. This is not necessarily the star-studded team we're used to, and they certainly are missing 2 of their key cogs on the front end in Butler Chesson and Owen Walker. You have maybe an extra beat if you're GBS and don't need to be as big of a rush.
And with Coach Philbin, I know he said he wanted to start fast, right? But you're at a point now where you've held New Trier off the scoreboard for over 13 minutes. So the start has sort of neutralized itself here. Play your game. And I feel like Glenbrook South has not done that so far.
I think they'll certainly look at the tape here tonight and see 3 or 4 opportunities just so far in the first 13 minutes where a little bit more patience would serve them well in the offensive zone. I'm sure that's an adjustment. I think Coach Philbin's going to be pushing his guys here, especially as we get towards the end of this period and into the first break. Now near side half boards. Benevitz battling, eventually played out by GBS. This makes it the length of the ice. It'll be icing. No, it won't. We'll stop right at the near side half boards. Now stretch passes. Douthitt can't handle it there. He'll go the length. Hill plays it. Stretch pass Freemuth. Stepping in front Hawkins. Now again Hill. Finds Allenberg. Played in through the neutral zone. Ban, he steered off the puck by Buddington. Sauer plays on to Miller. Gets the puck in deep. Elmberg swipes at the puck. Able to get it in a good position for Boland to Ban. And again, I hate to harp on it, but maybe the fifth example where Ban had some time and space. And rather than settling and looking forward, just dump the puck. Here's a shot. Stick to side. Ban following up. Big hit in behind as Ban and Cusick come together. And looked like Ban got the better of that. Another shot. Didn't quite make the net as it hit Southwood before it came through. Smart play by Dirdoff as he protected his center of the ice.
Yeah, he did not get a stick on that one. There would have been a golden opportunity there right in front of the net, I think for Southwood, right in front. But, I mean, now the physicality is starting to come in here. We've seen a couple big hits for GBS. There's one for New Trier right there as he saw Kroger get into the action. He's made a couple defensive plays. I think this is going to wake everything up here and change a little bit of intensity and momentum. We'll see who takes advantage.
You get the feeling that first 13 or 14 minutes was both teams kind of feeling themselves into the game here. And now in the last couple of minutes of this period, certainly energy starting to pick up. That could have been a trip on Chesson. He had a flying leg. Now a shot. That centering feed. And as I said earlier, actually, Butler Chesson is playing. He hadn't been playing. I didn't think he was going to play tonight. In fact, talking before the game, it was looking doubtful, but Chesson is able to get out there tonight. It'll be interesting to see his ice time as we move forward. Owen Walker expected to miss the next several weeks for New Trier. And cleared out. 58 seconds left here in the first period. Still 0-0. Hawkins stretch pass just missing the stick of Baltz. And that will be an icing. I want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Game of the Week. CCTY Bearing, Christopher Burke Engineering, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, Schmidt Goaltending, York Hockey, Loyola Hockey, and Wintrust Bank. This broadcast course sponsored by Schmidt Goaltending. If you visit schmidtgoaltending.com, you get 25% off your first private lesson. Just tell them the SHL sent you. 40 seconds left here in the first period. Dug out, calling for it back of the point was Hill. Didn't get it. Side of the net. Backhanded. Tried to throw it off the back of Dirdoff. Now side of the net again. But Dirdoff hugging that post tightly with that left pad. Not going to let that get through with 24 seconds remaining here in the period as that puck comes flying out of the rink. Into the stands. And we'll have a neutral zone draw with 21 seconds to go.
And scoreless here in the first period, and if things hold that way, I think that's a heavy advantage for Glenbrook South. They're the team that played last night. They've got the tired legs, and to so far not have any sort of flow really offensively and hold things scoreless, I think you got to be pretty happy if you're Coach Philbin. Now you just got to hope you can find something offensively in the second period and beyond.
Yeah, I think the last 3 minutes here we've seen a much better offensive effort, a little bit more control in the offensive zone from GBS. New Trier really dominated the first 12 minutes of this game. Seen GBS do a little bit better here with 10 seconds left in the first period. Erickson now not exactly sure where Will Papalis was intending that puck to go as no one was home. And that will be the end of the first period. So for 17 minutes of play, we are scoreless in a period mostly controlled by New Trier, but certainly the last 3 or 4 minutes there, GBS really came on.
And that's a really good thing to see from the Titans. You want to always show a little bit of fight, and with no sort of offensive rhythm really for that early stretch, at least the defense showed up. Not only him, Winger was fantastic in net as well, made a couple big saves for the team that I think with some of the rushes that you saw New Trier put together, you got to be pretty encouraged with if you're Coach Philbin heading into the second period.
So we'll take a quick timeout, come back with second period action in just a couple of moments right here on your home for SHL Hockey, YouTube Live. Welcome back live to Winnetka Ice Arena for the SHL Game of the Week. Alongside Tyler Rocky, I am Max Anderson. Live from Winnetka here for this North Shore battle between GBS and New Trier. Had a scoreless first period, most of it controlled by New Trier, but GBS really settling into the game there at the latter half of the first period. And the teams will switch ends, so GBS now to our right and New Trier to the left. Not able to set anything up there. That puck goes the length of the ice, no icing. Taken away now by New Trier. Snow waiting for it in the slot. Good stick from one of the GBS defensemen, or Snow was waiting right on the doorstep.
Looked like that was Benedetti there to get a stick on it. I mean, we've seen active sticks defensively, and we've seen active sticks offensively for Glenbrook South. It's just not necessarily in the ways that you want to see active sticks out there. A lot of trigger-happy chances for that team so far, but I really like what I've seen defensively out of this Glenbrook South team here early on. It's been bend, don't break.
And you get a look at Drew Dirtoff, who is certainly in a relaxed position as most of this game's been played down on the GBS end. Now we'll get back into position. Kroger plays on to Miller. Miller with speed, skates wide. Now with some control, comes back in behind the GBS net in the corner. Erickson. And we're going to have a whistle. Can't quite see down in that corner. We're a little bit shielded from what's going on down there. Saw a whistle, or heard a whistle, I should say. I'll be honest, not really sure why. No penalty. Certainly didn't look like any offsides or anything.
Maybe
Did
a
the door open or something?
Going into the netting? I'm not sure. You can't really tell. We're blocked.
So Miller able to take this draw. Munnington in behind. A couple of bodies in the far corner. Now going to go to battle for it. Eventually coming away with it is Boland. Boland trying to play it up and out. Papalis tries to clear the zone. Kept in for a moment, but eventually cleared onto the neutral zone. Here's Sauer. Sauer loses. He enters the zone. Now Freemuth just missing the stick of Papalis. This puck coming out of the playing service into the New Trier student section as they have a few words for Winger, and he looks like he's getting a chuckle out of it there behind the mask.
Now this is going to be an interesting little stretch here for New Trier because they've dominated the first 20 or so minutes of plays in the early going, but you've got nothing on the scoreboard to show for it. I want to see if any of these New Trier Trevians start to press a little bit, and I don't think that's something that you should be going for right here. You need to continue to play your game because you stretch this thing out, you keep getting some of the chances that you've been getting. Eventually you'll find the back of the net.
Chesson nearly with a chance, another good stick. It was Southwood that stopped that rush for New Trier. Chesson had some space. And the long reach of Southwood disrupted that. Now in the corner, Mulvey. Eventually Balt's able to claw it out of the corner. Looks up ice, finds Faulkner. Faulkner sandwiched by two Titans as he tried to carry the puck through the neutral zone. That played by a high stick. Should be a whistle. It will be. And we'll come out into the neutral zone. 15 minutes left here in the second period. We're still scoreless.
It's a little surprising that we've seen a scoreless game so far. These teams have played in a couple of high-scoring games between the two of each other so far, but you got to credit Luke Winger, what he's done in net, and this New Trier defense, and essentially the offense playing the defense because you're not allowing your defense to really get set up and into shape because you haven't had to.
The offensive zone draw chance for GBS. Errant and trying to find a defenseman, so they'll reset. Sokol plays it in. Would have been offsides if Frymuth played it, so he had to let it go. Now Steenstrup. Tied up far side boards, Rabinowitz and Cheris. Now right in front of the GBS bench. A horde of bodies come together. Eventually coming out with it was Cheris. Again trying to get the puck deep, but Steenstrup able to stop the puck there. And that clearance attempt settles harmlessly into the GBS zone. Neither team with much setup offensively here so far. Best chance probably came for New Trier through the first 3 minutes, but not even a shot on goal on that one. Now Steenstrup steered off the puck. Douthitt and Sokol will battle it down in the corner. Bolin tries to wrap it around the boards, able to be kept in. Now Snow plays on. Ventura digs at it, eventually comes away with it. Here's a shot, that one wide of the net. Tyler Smith had a little bit of opening. Here's a shot deflected, but deflected the wrong direction. If you're a fan of the guys in white sweaters. Kroger keeps it in at the point. Will keep this offensive zone chance alive. Chasing after it was Douthitt. Kept in Cusick at the point. He battles on. Neither team getting much towards the middle of the ice right now this entire period. Really played on the edges. Both defensive units doing a good job of preventing it. As you see there again, Douthitt tried to cut into the middle of the ice, and there was 2 yellow jerseys waiting for him.
And that possession right there took a lot out of the Glenbrook South defense there, especially for a team that played last night into overtime. And for them to come away with that stand there should be building some confidence and get those guys a little bit of rest right now.
As much possession as they had, though, everything was on the exterior there. There really wasn't much heading towards net. Here's the shot from Hill. That fluttering puck able to be corralled by Durdoff.
And that's not an easy save there for Durdoff. You mentioned that puck's fluttering. It can bounce any sort of direction. There's a little bit of traffic, some bodies right in front of the net there as well. Hill gave it a good chance, and I think that's just, if you're Glenbrook South right now, you need some pucks on net.
That puck's got to be lower, though. I mean, that puck that got a little bit too high up in the basement, that's much better from Hill. Didn't have any presence in front, but that's a little bit more the angle you're looking for if you're GBS. As Matthias lost the stick as he was late to get out of the zone. Matthias and Rudolph, a couple of JV players up on varsity because of some injuries for GBS, getting some varsity minutes here. Hill tries to get on Rudolph. Rudolph not aggressive enough to the puck. Nutrier able to take back possession of it in the corner. Battling for it, Sauer. Sauer doing the dirty work. Gets the chance out in front. Buddington's shot well wide of the net. Rabinovitz keeping it in as he pinches down from his defensive spot. Buddington. Rabinovitz able to keep it in again. Look at the work by Sauer on this shift so far. Not much to show for it, but Sauer certainly aggressive to keep that puck in the zone. I want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Network. CCTY Bearing, Christopher Burke Engineering, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, Schmidt Goaltending, Loyola Hockey, York Hockey, and Wintrust Bank. Thank them for their great support of the SHL and the SHL Game of the Week. GBS really working to get something going here. It is even mid-game. You glance over at the GBS bench, and Coach Jimmy Philbin is showing Carter Erickson something on the dry erase board. It's just Jimmy Philbin been doing this 31 years now at GBS, and still mid-game trying to make those adjustments.
Longer than you and I have been alive.
Now, why are you going to date the guy like that? Come on, Tyler.
And still looking young and spry,
He looks
though.
great. It was good to catch up with him. I hadn't seen him in 2 years because we've been.
He was excited to see us.
He was. I think these coaches really love this network. I think they give it their schools and their kids a great showcase, and I know we love doing it. But you're right. He was very excited to see us back. Was very chatty before the game. Excited about this one, and we're excited to be here. And of course, we'll have GBS again in just a couple of weeks for our. Maybe what is my favorite broadcast of the year every year, the GBN-GBS game before Thanksgiving. Here's a chance. Near circle just over the crossbar from Mulvey. Yeah, right here on the SHL Network, 6 p.m. Wednesday before Thanksgiving, as we always are. The GBN-GBS Thanksgiving Classic. Tyler, you'll be with me on that call. We might have some other people. More news coming on that broadcast coming in the next couple of weeks. Should be some really exciting time here on the SHL Network. Here's a sharp angle shot. Saved by Durdoff. And back the other way comes Nutrier. Now Chesson tripped up as he enters the zone. He looked for a penalty, didn't get one. Knocked down in front, Ventura. That puck comes out. Faulkner gets on Chesson. Chesson looks, patiently weaves between two defensemen, shoots just wide of the far post. Let's really juxtapose that patience there by Chesson and some of the impatient plays we've seen from GBS. Now back up top, far circle. Here's Kroger. He looking for a deflection. Chesson in front. Just missed his stick. Another shot in on net. But it was Dolby who knocked that puck down.
And again, in situations like that, New Trier just has to keep doing that a couple more times. One of them's going to find the back of the net eventually. Their process is good right now. The result's obviously frustrating. But no one go out there and try to play a little hero hockey, okay? If the Trevians keep doing what they're doing, they're going to have a goal in the back of the net, but sooner rather than later.
So Stevens, a couple of steps shy of center ice. You talk about William Kroger and Henry Chesson, Butler Chesson, he goes by, really pacing these New Trier Trevians, but really balanced scoring up top. I mean, 4 guys tied with 5 points for New Trier. Don't have that dominating presence like we've seen at times in years past from these New Trier teams. Really a balanced team, no necessarily star-studded top liners. But the same depth and skill we're certainly used to on the Trier side. Here's a shot, block it away. Muth able to get on Erickson. Erickson pulled to the ground. He tried to draw a penalty there. He's not going to get one. Benedetti, here's a shot. And Dirdoff barely looked like he knew where that puck was. Looked like he wasn't sure if it got through him.
Papelis had a great opportunity there. I don't think Dirdoff necessarily knew that he had that puck right away. That's a really good opportunity for Glenbrook South, and you're starting to see these offensive chances come a little bit more frequently now. That was good passing there as well off of a turnover from New Trier.
That might have been the best 30 or 40 seconds in the offensive zone thus far for GBS. That shot's in, had good traffic in front. More of that is what they need to find the first goal of this game. This puck wrapped around the boards. Bolin tries to keep it at the point, just squirts out of the zone. It'll be Ventura that tosses the puck in. Awkwardly handled by Rabinowitz. And now skating up fast as the other Rabinowitz, but coming out of his net is Winger. I mean, you just see the confidence that Winger has to come out of his net, and we're going to have a penalty right down here in front of us.
Yeah,
GBS is going to head to the power play.
Pretty easy call there, almost like a chop block in football that you saw there, a Steenstrup. Good to see him skate off all right after getting bent backwards a little bit. But here's your second power play opportunity now for the Titans. And this is something that you didn't really get much of an opportunity that first time. But the offense has looked a lot crisper ever since then. And now you got to be feeling a little bit more confident if you're Jim Philbin and the Titans.
Dolby with a shot, deflected, pad save, another follow-up, scores! Jack Mulvey, side of the net, 5 seconds into the power play, makes it 1-0 GBS.
What a tremendous boost there. What a tremendous face-off win and setting up a great opportunity that time. That's exactly what you need if you're GBS. Just get some pucks on net and good things will happen right there. And you saw it, Mulvey right there, right place, right time for the deflection. And just like that, Glenbrook South, they have not dominated this game by any stretch of the imagination, but they've got a 1 in the most important spot on the scoreboard right now.
And talk about following the recipe, right? On a power play, you win the face-off draw, get it back to your defenseman, get a shot on net, get a deflection in on net. The initial save by Dirdoff and the follow-up by Mulvey. You can't draw it up any better if you're head coach Philbin. Now back through the neutral zone. Good piece of stick handling by Hill. Tries to go around one final defender in Cusick. Not able to. Settling it back in his zone is Kroger. So 5 seconds into that power play. Making quick work of it. And power play hasn't exactly been a friend to GBS this season. Started 0 for 18 on the season on the power play and are just at 10% in the league, which is a pretty low number, certainly one they like to see improved upon. And with New Trier's success on the penalty kill this year, better than 90%, upwards of 93%. Certainly not exactly the result we were expecting on that power play.
And that's huge, too, from a confidence perspective as well, because that first power play opportunity, super sloppy, but this is a completely different Titan offense right now. They're moving the puck well. They're connecting a lot better. And then you're getting a couple shots off here and there. And it was just a matter of time before one of these teams finally broke through because the offense has looked a lot sharper.
Yeah, the confidence in GBS is palpable. Chance out in front. Stopped initially. Puck still loose. Stuff attempt. And eventually a whistle and a huge skirmish in front. Let's see if any penalties come out of this. But Winger holding his net strong. Not going to let that force attempt get the puck in. And still locked up. There are a couple of bodies there. It was Owen Elmberg and Blake Faulkner who were tied up. And these two fan bases. Nice crowd here tonight, too. I mean, considering it's a Wednesday night at 9:15 puck drop. We have a pretty full crowd here in Winnetka. And it's going to be Faulkner and Elmberg. We're going to get coincidentals on that play.
And right there, another really good opportunity for New Trier rather on that, and I don't mind that for Almberg. I mean, his goalkeeper got toppled into. You got to stand up for your guy right there, and
yes,
as long as it goes down as a coincidental like that, you'll take it.
Certainly got some shin taps as he entered the box, knowing standing up for his guy Winger. An outstanding game so far. Tied up on the draw. Sokol comes in to take it away for GBS. GBS done a really nice job in the face-off dot. Don't have exact numbers, but just if I had to venture to guess, GBS with the advantage, now 2-on-1. Sokol gets it into Mulvey looking for his second. Wasn't quite in his shooting wheelhouse. Couldn't get a good shot in on net. Southwood checks a man into the far side half boards, eventually cleared over the glove. If this makes it, you would think this would be icing, and it will be.
You bring up those face-offs too. Glenbrook South, we don't have the exact numbers in front of us, and I'd imagine Glenbrook South still probably has a slight disadvantage in that category, but it's the timeliness of some of their face-offs that they've won. They've won some big offensive zone chances, including the one that set up the first goal.
GBS leading 1-0 here with 6:32 left in the first period. Offensive zone draw for GBS following that icing against New Trier. Face-off draw tied up, eventually taken away by Steenstrup. Steenstrup battles Fleetwood behind. Fleetwood and hammered up and down the boards right now. Stevens pins him against. And then going down to the ice is Steenstrup. No call there. Sokol a little bit slow coming into his zone. Rabinowitz tried to go wide, but a good stick disrupts that. Ventura far side boards. Throws it off the glass, and it goes off the roof. So an offensive zone draw coming for New Trier.
And I think this is a big opportunity here for New Trier. Again, Glenbrook South came out. They have not dominated really any sort of aspect of this game, but they do have the one goal on the board so far. And I think that makes this a very key chance for New Trier. Kind of get a little bit of your mojo back. You've been dominating offensive possession so far. You've been dominating pretty much every single offensive statistic. And now's a chance to try to put one home.
That might be the first mojo reference we've had on the SHL network, but let me tell
More
you,
to come.
I'm digging it. Boland wraps that puck around the boards. Papolis waiting for it. Sauer's going to give it a little pressure, but easily carried out. Now played on for Frymuth. He's got some space. Erickson was skating towards the slot, and a good stick by Cusick. Deflects that puck out. And an offensive zone draw coming for the Titans.
You can see Glenbrook South right now is just moving a lot
more
more confidently. I mean, the first 10, 15 minutes of that first period to what we've seen the past 12, 15 minutes since, it's night and day what this team has put together so far.
It's been much better performance here in the second from GBS for as much as New Trier dominated the first period. I'd say GBS has done much of the opposite here in the second. Now not able to clear. Benedetti, shot blocked as he enters. New Trier could have had a 2-on-1. Great job by Benedetti on the back check as New Trier looked like they had a 2-on-1. Cheris calling for it back at the point, doesn't get it. Instead, Sauer in behind in the corner. Dolby checks a man. Now Stevens tries to get the puck out in front, just out of the reach of Chesson. This one kicked away, and now Elmberg Steenstrup able to get it out. Stevens now able to settle. And Dolby will look up ice. Plays on Steenstrup. Steenstrup takes the puck away nicely from Chesson. Tries to throw Stevenson. Far circle. He's steered off the puck. Nice play. Vincent Enright in his own defensive zone. Stretch pass just missing the stick of Douthitt. And we'll have an icing.
That's a really good point there. You see the way that Enright kind of rode his guy down the ice that way. And Steenstrup, he's the one who drew the penalty that set up that first Glenbrook South goal. You're seeing the Titans start to attack a little bit more, but I like what I've seen out of Enright there defensively, not letting up, even though Glenbrook South has looked a lot stronger attacking-wise.
4:40 left here in the second period. 1-0 GBS leads. Now Baltz looks up, plays on Faulkner. That'll be another offsides. Excuse me, another icing. Excuse me.
You're excused.
A lot going on up here at the broadcast spot. We got the lovely GBS home broadcast to our right. Our very own SHL Network's Dylan Ward does all of those broadcasts for GBS and joins us on the SHL Network. Does an outstanding job for them and us. Good to see him and his radio setup.
Surprised he's not doing both tonight.
And you know what? He's the hardest working guy in amateur hockey, let me tell you. The guy's got a lot of games on his schedule and a lot more coming. Now Hawkins will carry the puck out of his zone. He'll get right at center ice, dump that puck in deep. Played by Winger. Played aggressively off the boards. Baltz, side of the circle. Skates with the puck. Now we'll wrap around. Chesson sharp angle and a big glove save. Confidently squeezed by Winger.
And that puck was a little bit wider than it looked like coming out of that stick from our vantage point. And Winger just enough to get the glove on. And like you mentioned there, a confident save out of him. That's all we've seen from him tonight. Confidence, confidence, and more confidence.
Face-off draw to Winger's right. It'll be Snow v. Erickson. And Erickson gets the best of this as Elmberg plays it in behind Dolby. Able to win it back is Snow. Here's a shot. Winger a little bit out of position there, but a good defensive stick from Erickson. Slowed that down. Elmberg able to carry out. He gets hip checked as he tries to make his way forward. Could have been a penalty. Certainly the GBS faithful thought so. Cusick, again a patient play. Tyler Smith tries to stretch pass. Elmberg steps in the way of that. Slow that rush for New Trier. On comes Smith. He's sandwiched off the puck. Erickson and Dolby came together to stop that.
That's a great play by Mason Dolby, just getting a little physical away from the boards there and stopping that New Trier rush.
Well positioned as Enright trying to find the puck off the boards. Now it's trapped against the near side half boards. And that's going to be a penalty. It's going to go against GBS. Can't quite see what's going on down there. But it's going to go against GBS. And I believe Dolby is going to be the guilty party for GBS. So big opportunity for New Trier.
And Dolby just coming off making that nice play. Couldn't really tell what happened there along the boards, but now this is a big opportunity here. Can Glenbrook South hold? We've got 2:52 left here. If the Titans can hold on for this penalty and into the third, I think that completely shifts the momentum of this game. I mean, it looks like New Trier's got a real chance right here, but Glenbrook South mentally might be able to win the game here.
Yeah, this last 2:52 is going to be critical in how I think the rest of the game is going to go. I think that's a great call. Hawkins to Kroger, who whiffs on it. Southwood able to force it out. Now Southwood shorthanded. He'll look. He'll shoot. Fought off by Dirtoff.
I thought he could have maybe taken a little bit more time off. He had a teammate alongside him. He could have played a little 2-on-2.
Frymuth now doing the dirty work. Happy to waste a little bit more time here. They've wasted probably 20 seconds in the New Trier defensive zone here on the penalty kill. Outstanding job by the Titans for the first 35 seconds of this power play.
And the whiff by Kroger proving so costly there.
Set them back 30
the tone.
seconds.
Yep.
Now a chance. Here's Faulkner. Big stick by Jackson Hill not to let that shot get loose. Kroger, far side. Here's a shot deflected, never got through. Faulkner tosses it in behind. Chesson waiting for it, gets it. Now Kroger up top. Kroger shoots, deflected twice on its way to net. Never actually made it on the steel cage. Kroger up top. Here's Faulkner. He'll shoot another block shot from Hill. What a defensive shift from Hill here on the penalty kill with 45 to go on the power play. Dugout Baltz. He's got it disrupted and forced out by Southwood. New Trier's going to have to clear the zone. That's going to be offsides.
And look at these active sticks by Glenbrook South right now. You're seeing one here, one deflection the other way. Getting that one right there to draw the offside. I've been really impressed with what Glenbrook South's defense has done so far today, and they're really getting some good opportunities. Even though they've been tested all night long, you've seen this defense really come to play.
1:26 left in the period, 34 on the power play for New Trier. Face off one, New Trier. They'll try to set up here on offenses. So far, this penalty kill been really well executed for GBS. Buddington carries in. Goes around Allenberg. Allenberg able to knock the puck away. Back up top, Cusick. He can't handle the puck at the blue line. Clock hasn't been moving. Clock hadn't been moving there for a good 30 seconds. And that's going to extend the power play. And Jimmy Philbin is screaming on the bench. Here's another power play chance. They'll clear it. The power play should be over. New Trier getting an extra 15 or 20 seconds as clock operator did not start the clock. I don't think there's anything nefarious, but certainly here on New Trier's home ice, you always wonder.
I was just going to bring that up. We are in Winnetka tonight.
That puck spun around. That'll be the end of the power play for New Trier. Coming on the ice. Big sprawling attempt by Erickson to block the shot. Saved a prime opportunity from the Trevians. Now out in front. Puck still loose and knocked away by Winger. Still scrambling. Cusick trying to get the puck. GBS scrambling. Another deflection. Awkward. Another chance in front. Wide open net. Still not able to get a shot in. Another deflection and it goes wide. What a scramble in net. And I think GBS will happily take an icing there. With 17 seconds remaining in the second period.
What a sequence for Glenbrook South. Not only on the wrong side of a stopped clock there on the penalty kill, but you look at the saves and the sticks, and Winger coming up big with a couple of moves right there as well. This team's rolling with all the confidence in the world right now, and I think with New Trier, they feel like they've probably been punched in the mouth pretty severely right now, and I don't know, you got to be searching for answers right now. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities right there. You whiffed on a couple of shots there to set up and get something going for you offensively on that power play, and then I got to say, this Glenbrook South defense,
I mean, it was just a mad scramble. It was Buddington who probably had the best chance there with the wide open net. Winger was down and out. So still a conversation being had as Jimmy Philbin. This period should basically be over. It was about 20 seconds, if I had to guess, where the clock was not running while GBS was on the penalty kill. I'm not sure what the remedy for that is.
And if they do dock these final 17 seconds off right here, I was going to say, I don't know exactly how you fix it, but if you were to cut some of the time off here, you're going to hear a loud roar from that Glenbrook South bench.
And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. That will be the end of the second period. So after all that, certainly I think the momentum out of that exchange is GBS. The scramble, the adversity, and the fact that they still kept it out of the net, still lead 1-0 heading into the third period.
That was the perfect way to finish off that period, and credit to Glenbrook South for getting it done. They really put together a strong showing there defensively in that final sequence. We mentioned you could have seen the game decided right there, and right now every indication says advantage, heavy advantage, Glenbrook South.
No doubt about it. We'll take a quick timeout, catch our breath, let the ice get cleaned, and come back with third period action in just a couple of minutes right here on your home for SHL Hockey, YouTube Live. Back live with third period action here from Winnetka Ice Arena. Exciting game through 2 periods with GBS leading 2-0. 1-0. New Trier going to look for a third period goal and hopefully a go-ahead one. And for more about how they're going to do that here coming in the third period, send it down to Tyler Rocky standing by with New Trier head coach Bob Melton.
All right, Coach, you guys got the bulk of the chances early in that first period, but nothing to show for it so far on the scoreboard. What's the message to your team out of the intermission?
Well, we need more shots. I think we only have like 11 shots on net. So, we're working hard, but, give Glenbrook South credit. They're clogging the middle. They're chipping the puck out. And, we got to get more white jerseys on the puck. We have to outnumber them. But, right now, we just need more pucks to the net. This is a real defensive battle.
It's kind of been a bend, don't break defense, it feels like, for Glenbrook South so far. How do you counter that? I know you mentioned getting some more pucks on net, but what else do you guys need to do?
Well, again, we need someone to step up. I mean, someone we had, like you said, we had a few chances there, but someone's got to just step up and bury it. Hopefully this third period with good ice, we'll get a little bit more offense going. We just got to get that first goal, and I think we'll be okay. But, it's a good hockey game. Glenbrook South's a very good team, and, it's 1-0.
Drew Durdoff made some big saves for you guys, but he did have the one go in really early into that power play. What did you like out of your goalkeeper so far?
Yeah, he's a sophomore, and he's been fantastic this year. We lost the draw. Their D took a shot right away. He made the save, and our defense got to clear that rebound, and, again, they buried it. So that wasn't on a goalie at all. But, yeah, these type of games are great for his confidence and his development moving forward.
All right, best of luck here, Coach.
Thank you.
Talk about Drew Durdoff. We saw Durdoff a couple of weeks ago in the game against York, who had an outstanding game. He's having a similarly outstanding game here tonight. I tend to agree with Melton's analysis that was certainly not on him. But I think the point's well taken about New Trier needing to be more aggressive on the puck. Usually we're used to, especially when the puck gets in the boards and in the corners, New Trier coming away with more pucks out of those areas, and so far tonight they just haven't. Credit GBS, they've really gone to work in the dirty areas, making it difficult on New Trier. But I certainly think they could afford, could the Trevians, a little bit tougher in those corners and win some more pucks, 50-50 pucks, because definitely in the second period it was GBS that got the better of those 50-50 pucks as we get underway here in the third period. Now between the circles here, a lot of traffic in front. Winger down, able to scoop that puck back into his glove. And take a face-off draw 25 seconds into the period. Tyler, you heard a little bit of frustration there in Bob Melton's voice. I think, certainly looking for his team to be a little stronger on the puck, go into those dirty areas, and really work a little bit harder. That seemed to be kind of what he was trying to say without directly saying it.
And he knows they had opportunities in that first period especially. And really, I think the frustration comes out of the fact that, okay, you had your power play opportunity towards the end of that second period and really didn't capitalize, really didn't get many good looks. He had that one little rush at the end. We had 3 or 4 opportunities, but couple of big mistakes, some whiffs, some offsides. It was a really frustrating power play opportunity that New Trier had there to close out the second.
It's been a clunky last, I'd say, 20 minutes here offensively for New Trier. That's the best way I can describe it. Just kind of clunky, not quite crisp and clean and tape to tape on passes and zone entries, and they're going to need to find a little more crispness here because I don't see GBS giving up anything sloppy. They're going to have to earn it here in the third period. 1 minute in, this pass makes it to Papalis. Erickson skates down the slot. Here's a shot. Was his wide of the near post. Backhanded shot, Erickson. Easily sticked aside by Durdoff. Now Papalis. He can't play it on. Away with it. Comes New Trier. And drawing a penalty. That looked like a flop. I don't know that I agree with that call there. It was Douthitt who drew the call, but really soft call to start the period here. Let's see if we get a shot of it. As Douthitt came, he just fell. That is an absolute flop.
And it wasn't like he sort of tripped over himself either. It really looked like he kind of forced himself.
Oh, I don't even think there was contact.
Yeah, very minimal contact there. And for a game that really hasn't been that physical, haven't heard a lot of whistles so far, I'm actually very surprised they called something like that because I think we've seen far more flagrant go unwhistled so far today.
So unfortunately for Jimmy Benedetti, he's going to have to spend 2 minutes, and it really was not.
And that's the
a
thing,
good
too,
call.
is like, there's two guys there. How do you make the call on who that is on as well?
Yeah, and I think, I mean, we're from over here and in the moment. Here's a shot from Kroger, knocked down in front, puck still loose, trying to clear it. Not able to. Was Elmberg. Now, top of the circle. Good stick, knocking it out of the zone was Freimuth. New Trier just a little too cute in their own zone. Kroger back to reset. A 2-by-2 look here from GBS, 2 in the neutral zone. 2 drop back at the blue line. Chesson's going to carry it in. He's checked by Dolby. Elmberg going to try to wrap it around the boards. And forcing it out, Kroger not able to keep it in at the point.
And again, more of the sloppiness, not connecting on passes, not holding it inside your offensive zone. It's the same things that plagued this New Trier team on their first power play opportunity.
Busick back to Kroger. Chesson back up top, Kroger. Back side of the net, Chesson can't handle the puck. And forced out by the Titans with 50 seconds left on the penalty kill for the guys in yellow.
And for Kroger, I would have liked to see him put a shot up there. He had plenty of space from straight on, a lot of traffic in front. And what thing that Coach Melton told us at the intermission, I want to see more pucks on net. That would have been the perfect opportunity. Let your team get some sort of rebound opportunity potentially out of it as well.
The puck fallen on by Winger, and an offensive zone draw coming for New Trier with 30 seconds left on this power play. Just less than 3 minutes into the third period here. GBS leading 1-0 on a power play goal coming in the second period. Here's a shot deflected high, wide over the net. And that's going to be a whistle as it was played by a high stick. And it's going to come out of the GBS zone and all the way down into the New Trier end. Just a little bit discombobulated offensively tonight has New Trier. They just haven't been, I think, the usual crisp offensive zone sets that we're used to. And they're going to have to waste some time here in their own zone on the power play.
I mean, everything so far for New Trier on the power play has felt pretty hopeless so far. There's been maybe 10, 15 seconds, but it's 10 and 15 seconds that they probably shouldn't have had, too, when the clock did not start.
It's been, and Tyler, if you didn't know any better, it almost looks like New Trier's the team that played in OT and lost last night. The active legs and active sticks has been on the GBS side throughout most of this game as Winger's going to try to clear it one more time. He's late getting out. That shot was wide, but Jackson Hill stepped in front, so that's the end of the power play for New Trier. And as one might say, ball don't lie, as New Trier not able to score there.
As a Glenbrook South alum, Luke Winger owes Jackson Hill a cafeteria cookie after that one. I mean,
I've heard about these legendary cookies for several years on this broadcast.
They are fantastic, and he owes them one. I mean, he just bailed them out right there. A really, really strong defensive effort that we've seen from Glenbrook South. And I know Winger very good at handling the puck, so you'll see him venture out a little bit more than most goalkeepers, but he got bailed out by his defense right there.
Face-off draw won by GBS. Sokol not able to get that puck deep. Sauer going to try to carry it in. Sokol back in his own zone. Circles around net. Drops to Steenstrup. Steenstrup glances up ice and will just ice the puck. I want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Network. CCTY Bearing, Christopher Burke Engineering, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, Schmidt Goaltending, York Hockey, Loyola Hockey, and Wintrust Bank. Schmidt Goaltending sponsors our save of the game. See if we have one that sticks out to us here in the third period. Had a couple of...
It might be what Jackson Hill just did right there.
It might be. Jackson Hill backing up his goaltender. Here's a side of that chance. Good stick. Disrupting that from Adrian Sokol. Now Chesson carries. Sticked away. GBS has a 2-on-1 if they hurry, but doing a nice job at the blue line. Slowing that rush was Lucas Cheris. Now Chesson. Good stick. Is that puck not able to enter the zone? And again cleared by GBS. At this point, the Titans not taking any chances. They're going to take the first clearance attempt. Not terribly concerned with breakout at the moment. Happy to just take clean exits as this puck misses Southwood. No, it will be waved for icing, no icing. So Kroger back to play it for New Trier. It's a weird bounce off the boards. Ellenberg steps up from his blue line. Not chesting around two guys, but again, active sticks from GBS, just not letting New Trier get much space. Third or fourth time we've seen Chesson try to stick handle around a couple of defensemen, and each time it's been tied up by a Titan stick. Freemuth with a great play as he took a hit to make a play. Papoulis drops Erickson. But taken away by Kroger. And back the other way comes Rabinowitz. Just missing the stick of Douthitt. Out of his net's Winger. And he whips that puck off the boards. Papoulis can't handle to Erickson. Now turns it over. Here's a shot. Big glove save, Winger.
Dial it up. That might be the one right there, Max. Really, really strong opportunity for the Trevians off the turnover. And in situations like that, and so far this season, we've seen opportunities like that come back to bite Glenbrook South, but not that time. You got to tip your hat to what Luke Winger has done in net so far tonight. He has been stand out ever since the puck dropped.
He has been outstanding so far tonight with 11:11 left here in the third period, leading 1-0. Benedetti and Frymuth in the corner now. Puck comes out in front, another active stick from Winger. That shot trickles wide of the net. Behind is Snow, winning out in front is Douthitt. But away with it comes Papoulis. He's checked as he carries out of the zone. Now Snow. Try to restart for the Trevians. We'll try to go around two. GBS defenseman not able to. This shot by Smith. Casually snagged in there by Winger.
Winger is so locked in tonight. So locked in. Ever since the start, he was challenged a couple minutes into the contest. Got a little bit of an unlucky bounce, but fortunately for him, he turned it away just enough, and he's made big save after big save. Odd man rushes on the penalty kill as well. He's been fantastic tonight.
Puck loose in between the circles, swiped away by GBS, deflected in on net. Winger, one save, another save, sprawled out, and he'll get a whistle. Luke Winger dialed in, making 2 or 3 saves. That shot from the point was deflected in on net. Makes the initial save, the follow-up save, and then just does a starfish on top of the puck and takes a face-off. Now face-off draw, 1 GBS. They'll try to clear it, not able to. Here's a shot, blocked away by Winger. Ludington behind. It's New Trier's best offensive look here, pretty much all game over the last 2 minutes. But carried out by GBS. Dropped in deep. Stevens giving a chase. And back in the neutral zone. Dolby settles it down for the Titans. Now Ban, far side half boards will slow Hawkins' roll. Cusick tries to chip it out. Ellenberg, for a moment, kept it in. Mulvey doing a fantastic job replacing Ellenberg. It's a really locked-in play by Mulvey as Ellenberg was a little aggressive, but his forward circled back to protect him. Baltz tries to get it out in front, but stepping in front of it was Southwood. And Cusick back to reset with 9:32 left here in the third period. Rink-wide pass, not quite in Tyler Smith's wheelhouse. And that goes up into the netting. I think that play right there, he had speed and space. Smith had some room in front of him, and the pass just not where it needs to be.
Right, and this gets back to what Coach Melton told us at the intermission. He needs more pucks on net. You've seen a couple here and there. You saw the big sprawl by Winger. I mean, at this point, Luke Winger is so dialed in, I don't know if it's going to matter. He's been that good tonight, and it feels like nothing can faze him right now in net.
9:21 left here in the third period. Face-off draw. Erickson and Snow both get tossed out. So Faulkner and Frymuth do the job, and out with it comes GBS. Erickson handles the puck. Frymuth enters the zone, steered off by Rabinowitz. Snow able to get on to Chesson with some speed and some space, but he misses Faulkner as he enters the zone. Allenberg with a good check as he tries to force the puck out. Frymuth in support. Eventually comes to Dolby, and Dolby will just clear it out. Rabinowitz was the one that deflected that one all the way down, so no icing. Now Rabinowitz having some trouble around his net. Down he goes. Good pressure from the forecheck from GBS. Not able to set up. 2-on-2 comes Chesson. He's squeezed off the puck. Backhanded chance. Never getting through.
And then that got dislodged that time.
And just making life incredibly difficult for these New Trier forwards. Just not getting clean looks in on winger at the moment.
And with Chesson there, he's the one that dislodged that. He kind of lost awareness, I think, of where he was. May have gotten a little tap from a Glenbrook South defender as well, but that kind of broke up a little bit of an opportunity there. New Trier had a little bit of space. Everything had a lane. But again, it's just kind of the shooting yourself in the foot that we've seen New Trier really do ever since the start of the second period.
Baltz with a nice touch pass, and Smith carries it with some space, skates wide, goes around one defenseman, but Ban came in to disrupt that. Spun behind. Ban tries to play it out, but kept in at the point. Here's a shot, never got all the way through. Knocked down in front by Hill. On comes GBS. They can have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Instead, Ban will drop it in deep, send his forwards in on the forecheck. Not able to get the puck out there. Was Douthitt. This shot just whizzes by the top of the crossbar. Now missing the puck was Mulvey. With space is Douthitt. He'll shoot just high and wide of the net. And not able to keep it in. It'll be offsides if anybody from New Trier plays it, and they're able to clear the zone. Back the other way comes Fortuna. Awkward bounce. Here's a shot from South. The chance out in front. Another save. Winger, puck still loose. And again, Winger falls on it. One of the least sure-handed plays we saw there by Winger. Gave up a juicy rebound right in front, but was able to keep it out.
And one of the things that's really impressed me with Winger is anytime there's a rebound opportunity, he's been so quick to pounce so far in the early going. And he's really ridden a lot of that confidence into the second and third periods. And the way that he's quick on his feet. I know Coach Philbin talks about how you can use him out there as almost a sixth skater, but I think it translates as well to his ability to knock down some rebound opportunities for New Trier.
Rabinowitz back at the point. He skates towards Mill. He shoots. And again, Winger able to keep that one out, although not nearly as sure-handed as he has been.
Yeah, he had no idea where that puck was. And, hey, every once in a while you got to get lucky, right, when you're having a great night. You hear about it all the time in baseball. In a no-hitter, there's always the one play where your defense really bails you out or you get lucky with something. And that may have been Winger's one tonight.
Yeah, I don't think Winger saw that puck much at all, and even if he did, certainly wasn't the most sure-handed save as Erickson gets tossed again from the dot.
He may have felt a little bit of impact from the puck and just flopped on it.
Now Zach Freemuth comes for the draw. Now Papelis joins. Not exactly sure what that exchange was as Erickson forces the puck out. Look at Erickson work in his own zone. Sokol. Oh, a little bit too much handling there. Very nearly gave Miller a chance as Freemuth tries to force it out. Rabinowitz pinching in to keep it in. Now 6 bodies come together here along the near side boards. Digging at it, whacking at it. Buddington, eventually GBS able to clear it. And the Titans will have full-scale changes. Miller waiting for it here in the near side boards. Weren't able to get it to him, so instead Rabinowitz plays up to Sauer. Sauer shoots, but Allenberg's stick gets in the way, never gets a shot on net. Checked in behind. Side of the net. Eventually coming away with it is Dolby. Other side of the net chance. Miller trying to look for something out in front, but pestered the entire time by Stevens. This puck trying to be cleared by Dolby goes off the ceiling, so an offensive zone draw. That's something we haven't seen since really the first period. Kind of an ill-advised forced play from Dolby leads to an offensive zone draw coming from New Trier. And with 6:16 left here in the third period, Bob Melton's going to use this opportunity to set something up off of this offensive zone draw.
Smart timeout here. for Coach Melton, because you're starting to get to a deep point. You've got a goalkeeper working with a lot of confidence right now. You want to do anything to make him think a little bit right now, because I don't think he's really had to process a whole heck of a lot. He's just kind of gone off of instinct, but now you're giving him a couple minutes here.
I was going to say, icing the kicker, right? It
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of feels like what it is.
But look right now at winger, all right? He is all off by himself right now. He's so locked in right now. I don't think it's going to phase him. Usually you'll see everyone sort of huddled in here, but winger right now, he's kind of off in his own world, and I think that's the smart thing to do right now. I mean, we talk about it with the no-hitter in baseball too. The pitcher, when he goes into the dugout, he's all alone. No one's talking to him, and I think that's exactly what winger, his mentality, the way that he has just been dialed in from start to finish, hopefully, is going to be something to watch here. He's already back out on the ice. He's marching to his own beat right now, and his beat's been pretty darn good so far today.
And we saw GBS with probably still half of the ice to be cleaned by the Zamboni. Every single Titan was already on the bench ready to start the third period. It's been a mentality here these last two periods from this South team that they're going to do everything they can. And even in this timeout, they're itching to get back on the ice. And you've seen that energy from this Titan group really since the end of that first period.
Yeah, I think this Titan group was ready to go 45, maybe a minute ago. And they're finally getting back out onto the ice.
Get a good look at tail of the tape, looking for their fourth win of the season in the SHL is Glenbrook South. New Trier trying to avoid back-to-back SHL losses. Face-off draw won by GBS again. Elmberg pinned him behind. He's able to come away with the puck. Smart play as he gets it on Mulvey. Band now is going to try to battle Cusick, but he comes up aggressively. Buddington's shot deflected on its way to net. Elmberg able to get that puck out. And offsides against New Trier. Trevians didn't like that offsides call.
Yeah, Jack Hawkins pleading his case right now, not going to win anything.
New Trier bench not happy with it either. Live from Winnetka Ice Arena, alongside Tyler Rocky, I am Max Anderson for your SHL Game of the Week here on Wednesday Night Hockey Night. GBS, New Trier, 1-0 Titan lead, a second period power play goal from Jack Mulvey is the only tally of the game so far. So GBS very content after New Trier played that with a high stick to let New Trier play the puck and get an offensive zone draw coming.
Yeah, very delayed whistle that time from our officiating crew. You just saw everyone sort of hovering around the puck. They knew it was coming, and then they finally got that whistle to blow.
Face-off draw coming to the right of Dirtoff, who really hasn't seen much action this period. Most of the action down in the GBS zone as New Trier's really been pressing to find that game-tying goal. Mulvey, face-off draw, able to win it. Dropping deep, nobody from Glenbrook South seemed that interested on the forecheck. Southwood trying to blend a little pressure as this misses a stick, and that will go the length of the ice for an icing. One last time, we want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Network, CCTY Bearing, Christopher Burke Engineering, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, Schmidt Goaltending, York Hockey, Loyola Hockey, and Wintrust Bank. We thank them for their great support of the SHL and the SHL Game of the Week. 5:28 remaining, 1-0 GBS here in the third period. Erickson already been tossed a couple of times from the face-off dot, not here. And a scrum ensues. New Trier able to come away with the puck. Cusick on his back end, looks up, hits the stick of snow, but that's going to be another icing. And the look on Bob Melton's face behind the New Trier bench kind of says it all. He just had his head in his hands, just really frustrated right now with his team's performance. And this is, like I said, New Trier doesn't find a goal here in the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds. They're staring down the barrel of back-to-back losses here in the SHL, and can't remember the last time that happened to this New Trier Trevian team in the 5 years I've been covering the league.
And it's not like the Trevians have played poorly. It's just the results haven't been there. They've had their chances, but it's just been a better goalkeeper so far tonight.
There's no doubt that winger has been all the difference so far here tonight as Hill in the corner tries to slap it out. Papalis, here's a chance, and a deflected shot by Erickson at the last second. Doesn't allow that shot on net. Sprawling Erickson doing everything he can to get that puck out. Face-off draw come to the left of Winger.
Here's another good opportunity here. And Winger just looks way too comfortable back there. I mean, you got to provide some sort of pressure, some sort of traffic in front of the net here. Make life difficult for him.
And coaches will talk about change the dynamic, right? You talked about how comfortable Winger looks. You have to do something as a New Trier forward to change the dynamic. You have to get in front, and you have to get him uncomfortable in his crease, because right now, Winger's having the time of his life in net. This cross-ice chance, Cusick near circle, deflected. That one just skirted by the post, now below the goal. Snow, side of the net. Here's a shot, scores! And the equalizer for New Trier with 4:45 to go makes it 1-1. You felt that coming, Tyler. You felt so much of this period's been played so far in the GBS zone. You felt like at some point that was going to happen.
Well, not just so much of the period, so much of the game. It was only a matter of time. It felt like Winger can only stand on his head for so long. And I don't know if you saw this too, Max. That may have deflected off of a Glenbrook South skate.
We got one replay look at it. We'll try to get another one here from Jimmy. I think it was in front. I think it was Buddington. At least was in front. Couldn't quite tell if it went off a GBS body to finish. But regardless who it went off, it made the back of the net. New Trier coming right back. Here's Faulkner. That pass wide of the net. And so Winger in his quest for his first shutout of the season misses it by 4 minutes and about 40 seconds. And now the only concern for Yellow Sweaters is finding a win here. They'll have to change their mentality. They've really been playing defensive this entire period. I'm not sure they have more than maybe one shot on net here in the third period.
And that's the problem right now when you go to that defensive mindset. You see certain teams that when they're just up a goal, they keep their foot on the gas, right? And I think Glenbrook South went to too much of a defensive mindset too early. It feels like they've played that way this entire third period, whereas you saw at the end of that second period, they still had their foot on the gas and were trying to find that second goal and really put away New Trier. But so far, I mean, Luke Winger's been fantastic, but you can only ask him to do so much. And eventually, you find a crack in the iceberg, and that's where it was.
3:54 left here in the third period. 1-1 our score. With Fleetwood and Erickson in the face-off circle just to the left of Luke Winger. Draw one by New Trier, back to the point. Here's a shot, blockered away. Big rebound, trying to throw it off the back. And sprawling behind his net was Winger to stop that puck. In fact, I think the puck ended up getting stuck on the back of the net.
Yeah, it looks like it did.
God, Winger is as advertised with his affinity for playing outside of the crease. He is super active in his net, not afraid to leave the crease. Cusick, big wind-up, and kicked away by Hill. Playing up off the glass and out. Cusick back in his own zone. Plays a pass Frymuth. And Cusick again to settle it back in his own zone.
And if you're New Trier right now, you got to be the much more confident team. It felt inevitable they were going to get the one to finally burst through into the back of the net. And who's been the team on the offensive all game long? It's been the Trevians. And you got to feel like if someone's going to score before this game is over in regulation, it'll probably be New Trier.
Certainly the feeling we've had this entire period. They got the one. Can they get the second? Frustrating game in many ways for New Trier. Trying to see if they can avoid two in a row. Here's Douthitt. He shoots just over the crossbar. Douthitt calling for it backdoor now, stepping in front. There's Ban.
Ban's had a couple of those plays right around the blue line that's really taken New Trier out of rhythm offensively.
That puck all the way in behind Dirtoff. Mulvey takes a check. And away with it comes Kroger. Kroger looks, drops Baltz. Baltz will skate with some speed wide in behind the net. Ball shoots. Oh, just wide of the net was Faulkner. Trying to clear it southwood. Kept in by Rabinowitz. Now Baltz again. Loses the handle. Dolby tries to ring it off the boards. Takes a weird bounce past Rabinowitz. And GBS will get 4 fresh bodies on the ice. Rabinowitz rink wide. Papalis steps in front of it, but not able to generate any offense. Back comes New Trier 2-on-2. Faulkner gives Baltz. Tries to get it back to Faulkner with the stick of Holmberg. Now a chance right out in front. Hawkins can't handle the puck. Can't get a shot off. And deflected on. Hawkins just a beat too long handling the puck there. Needed to get a shot off. He was just too patient.
And lost just a handle on that. We've seen that a couple times with New Trier so far. One that sticks out to me is when they were on the power play and were cycling the puck. And again, you had a chance there with about 90 seconds left to pretty much bury this one.
1:38 to go. Face-off draw won by New Trier. Deflection. The puck never got all the way through. Hill able to knock it down there. Freemuth in the corner. Plays on Hill. Now rink wide is a crazy bounce. Freemuth in on net. Freemuth shoots. Big save by Dirtoff. Keeps it 1-1.
Oh, Freemuth wishing he could have this opportunity back right here. He had one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and if he elevates this puck just a little bit, he probably buries it. No resistance defensively out of the turnover by New Trier, and Glenbrook South really feeling like they just had this game at their fingertips but couldn't finish it.
And I now feel very confident in awarding the Schmidt goaltending save of the game to Drew Dirtoff. He just saved the day for New Trier, keeping them in at 1-1 with 1:18 left here in the third period. Now a tie up. New Trier able to come away with it. Rabinowitz not able to get it out. Southwood tied up. Southwood and Rabinowitz battle, but not able to get anything going towards net was GBS. Snow cracks it off the boards, gets it on to Smith. On comes Faulkner. Faulkner with a nice move of speed. He'll backhand shot easily into the breadbasket of Luke Winger with 54.7 left here in the third.
And for Glenbrook South, I mean, if they were going to win this game in regulation, you thought they probably need one of those take advantage of a miscue from New Trier because of the way that they've kind of flowed offensively in the first and third periods. There have been more of that defensive mindset, and they had that opportunity just moments ago.
Face-off draw to the right of Winger. Chesson and Rabinowitz gets back to Rabinowitz. He'll play it on Chesson into the middle. Another big stick from Dolby. As waiting in the slot for it was Douthitt. Oh, what a move by Freimuth around one defenseman. Papalis turns, looks, gets it in front, deflected, never got through. And cleared by New Trier. Nice play by Almberg to stop that puck. He'll turn about. Not able to get the puck deep. And able to clear. On comes Douthitt. He'll shoot, blocked by GBS. And played out. 15 seconds left here in the third period. Played on Chesson. Chesson will try to get one more opportunity. And on net, Balls tried to make a play. Big wind-up shot. That one just high and wide of the net. 2-1, and we will head to overtime. 1-1 here on the SHL Game of the Week. So we'll have 3-on-3 here for 5 minutes. Two goalies will switch ends, so there'll be the long change for each team. And then should that go scoreless, we will have a penalty shootout here in Winnetka. I'll be honest, Tyler, I'm trying to rack my brain, but I don't think I've seen a shootout broadcasting a game here in the SHL. I have seen one in a game I came to, but I've not seen one on the broadcast, so we'll see what happens in the first 5 minutes of overtime here.
Well, with the way that both of these goalkeepers have played as well, it's very possible. You look at the performance that Winger has put together, and you also look at what you've seen out of Dirtoff as well. Even though Dirtoff hasn't had a whole heck of a lot of opportunities to really showcase, you've seen some really nice things. The one goal that he's let kind of slip through was off of that power play just 5 seconds in, and a bit of a weird bounce as well. So I'm looking here. Now that you've got this 3-on-3 format, Douthitt has not been tested really in quite some. He did make that one big save on the breakaway that Freemuth had, but
Pretty much it, though.
but that's really it. That's really been the extent of his test that he's faced so far tonight. So now that everything's spaced out a little bit more, now that he's got a little bit more to worry about, if Glenbrook South can get some sort of offensive rhythm moving, they might be able to have a little bit of something here. I really do think that this spaced out game might actually favor Glenbrook South.
Yeah, it's not the same New Trier team that we're used to with just exorbitant amount of speed, really able to speed by teams. GBS certainly has speed of their own this year to really match it. I agree. I think in past years you might have felt this was a bigger advantage for New Trier, but this year I don't feel as much here. Looks like Smith, Faulkner. We'll see who the third out for New Trier. I think it'll be Kroger. Opposite for GBS, Erickson, Elmberg, and Freemuth. So it'll be Faulkner and Erickson. Take the initial draw, 3-on-3 here, as both fans getting into it. GBS able to take possession off the initial draw. Here's Freemuth. He'll carry in. He drops to Erickson. Erickson shoots. Fought off by Douthitt.
Had no idea where that puck was right after. Glenbrook South may have had a really solid rebound opportunity.
Hawkins carries out. Plays on to Faulkner. Faulkner will shoot. Blocked in front. And swatted away by Erickson into the corner. Freemuth will take it out of the zone himself. Now Elmberg gets it. Near side boards. He looks. GBS is going to make some changes. And that ball steps in front of that one as Band gets tied up with the linesman. 2-on-1 for New Trier. Smith can't handle the puck. Now a trailing Cusick. Look for Cusick backdoor. Big save. Another save. Sprawling now. Puck still loose. Trying to get a shot off. Contact in front of net.
Winger lost his stick.
So Winger without a stick at the moment. Finally, South able to corral. Southwood able to take the puck out. Now Ban skates into the zone. Instead, we'll just play back into the neutral zone and settle things down. With Dolby getting a chance here on the 3-on-3. Now Ban carries in. He looks. He'll shoot. And a save by Douthitt. Cusick tries to play away. Instead, he'll skate with space. Now gets it on. Chesson with some serious speed. Here's a shot into the glove of Winger. Oh, Winger wanted to play on. And the referee you saw him after the play there, kind of pound his chest like, that's on me. I didn't quite tell that Winger wanted to play it, so it's going to be a offensive zone draw for New Trier. And really a break for the Trevians.
Yeah, because the way that Glenbrook South was moving the other way, they were probably going to have some sort of numbers here because Chesson, he was trailing. He was following his shot there, and he would have been
well out of position.
Yeah, he would have to turn and booked it to the other end of the ice.
3:28 left here in the OT period. Both teams with some decent chances thus far. Now Douthitt. He circles, he looks. He's got Chesson back at the point. Now Chesson plays on Kroger. Tries to get it back to Chesson. Not able to get it to him, but fortunate bounce for New Trier. Gets it back to Kroger. Far side Douthitt. Back up top Kroger. He creates some space, circles, shoots, and into the glove of Winger. 3:03 left here in the OT period, 1-1.
And I think New Trier has to start realizing that shot's not going to work against Winger. These deep shots, you're going to need a little bit more traffic in front of the net. You're going to have to look for some tighter opportunities, especially now that you've got this spaced out game in the 3-on-3.
Southwood and Buddington in the face-off circle here. A tense hush comes over the crowd. Finally, puck drop and won by New Trier. Back and having to retreat into his neutral zone was Kroger rather than make a risky play there and give an odd man opportunity. Snow, chip pass around one defender. Dolby pinned behind. Jets it out Southwood. GBS can have numbers if they hurry. On to Ban. Ban not able to carry on. GBS not able to make anything of that. Both teams at this point, we've seen a couple of instances here where neither team looking much to take risk, not trying to give that odd man opportunity that you so often see in these 3-on-3s. Oh, Winger misses his man, gives New Trier a chance. Here's a shot into the chest of Winger. And they'll take an offensive zone draw for New Trier with 2:14 left here in OT.
I think you're seeing some heavy legs as well from the Trevians too. And Glenbrook South, they played last night, but looking a little bit sharper in terms of trying to execute offensively.
Erickson and Faulkner in the face-off dot. Won by GBS. Winger going to whip it off the boards. Frymuth will settle it down. Rink wide. Frymuth pinned against the boards right in front of the New Trier bench. Eventually dug out. Elmberg with 2 minutes left here in the OT. He mishandles the puck right in front of his own net. Dangerous play. But able to recover. Erickson not able to get that puck out. Elmberg spins it around Frymuth. And another play at the blue line from Elmberg, very nearly leading to a odd man chance for New Trier. Now Hawkins with some speed and space. He drops to Smith. Smith shoots. Blocked in front by Elmberg. Elmberg able to dig it out. He's been out there for a while. He needs a change. He's been out there for the better part of about 2 minutes. See him heading to the bench. As he very nearly gives Chesson a breakaway opportunity. Now 2-on-1 New Trier, but Ban able to get back into the play and slow it down, and that's going to be offsides with 1:05 left in OT. Boy, did Ban get away with one there.
He got away with one, but he also recovered with the stick work that time. He lost it, but then the ability to get that back. Otherwise, we're probably looking at game over.
1-1, 1:05 left here in the OT period. Vaults for New Trier. He wins the draw, gets it back to Cusick to set up for New Trier. Cusick finds a lane, he enters the zone, rink wide Douthitt. Douthitt looking in front. I don't think Cusick was expecting that to be a pass. Now a sharp angle shot, stuff attempt. Douthitt can't get it to go. Now Cusick again darting forward. Shot, Southwood using that left foot to kick that one out of play, and it'll be an offensive zone draw for New Trier with 46 seconds to go.
And right now, with the way that Winger's playing, if I'm Glenbrook South, I'm itching for a shootout here because your goalkeeper has made so many big-time saves for you. I think you trust him a little bit more, and you give a couple open paths for this Glenbrook South attack. Let them play their own offense unopposed. I think that might work out well for the Titans.
I think we have a timeout for Glenbrook South here as with 46 seconds to go. They'll try to give their defense a break, give Winger a break. He's had a bunch to deal with here in OT. And with the defensive zone draw coming, makes sense for GBN head coach Jimmy Philbin. Our next SHL game of the week, a week from tonight. GBN versus St. Viator in Northbrook. 7:25 puck drop for that one. Right here on your home for the SHL Network, YouTube. So that St. Viator team beat New Trier just a couple of nights ago. GBN, some mixed results so far here in the SHL. It's an absolute grind in the SHL this season. It is as balanced and deep as we've ever seen this league, and night in, night out, it is not an exaggeration that really any team can pull out a win. I know Barrington, to this point, is winless, but it's not like they're getting blown out. They are in all these games. They lost 4-1, 4-2. They're in these games, even being towards the bottom of the standings.
I mean, just look at the records between these two teams on the ice right now. You got New Trier checking in at 5-1, and then Glenbrook South 3-2-3.
Faulkner with a chance, big save from Winger right off the draw. Faulkner, I think, would like to have that shot back. GBS wants a penalty. They think it was boarding, and that's finally going to be a whistle. Elmberg gives a shove to Baltz after the play as Winger couldn't believe it. Winger was screaming and jumping up and down in net. Could not believe that they didn't get a penalty there.
And Winger saw Almberg give the little shove, and he zoomed in there because you don't want anything risky here in these final 35 seconds.
Another offensive zone draw coming for New Trier. And this linesman all night has been playing games with that face-off draw. Comes to Erickson. He tries to play it out. Shot from Cusick just towards net. Easily gloved by Winger. 27.7 seconds to go. And neither team will make a change here, so same 6 out skaters for both teams. Cusick waiting for it back at the point, can't get it as GBS wins it. Allenberg whiffs on his attempt.
Or did that go off of an official skate?
Might have been. Cusick with a shot, fought off by Winger. Good eye. Thought something looked strange. I think you nailed it, Tyler. I think that's exactly what it was. Now Erickson with 10 seconds to go. He'll clear it out. GBS looks pretty content with a shootout. New Trier with 3 seconds will try one more rush. Here comes Cusick. He'll shoot, deflected, and we will head to a shootout. 1-1 our score after OT. And now all eyes turn to Luke Winger and Drew Dirtoff. And if you're Winger, you've been really active all period. I think Drew Dirtoff maybe has 2 shots that he's seen.
Yeah, this might wake him up a
start
little bit. But in fairness to Dirtoff, the biggest test of the game that's been given by either team has been towards Dirtoff, and he has passed it on the breakaway for Freemuth. So we'll see. I mean, the way that each of these teams has sort of navigated through their goalkeeping situation, it's been very different so far. And the way that Wingers played, I think that makes Glenbrook South feel pretty confident. But in terms of the biggest play of the game, you got to give that award so far to Dirtoff.
So unlike NHL shootout rules, here in the SHL, it is a sudden death version of a shootout. Each team will get 1 shot. And if one scores and one does it in that first round, that'll be it. Now, this is really unusual as Bob Melton and Jimmy Philbin actually exchanging words here before this shootout. Sure, they're just talking about logistics of this shootout.
It looks like New Trier is going to shoot first. I think I heard that come out of Coach Melton's mouth.
So who will get the first opportunity for New Trier? But what an outstanding game from Luke Winger. Really an incredible performance all night long. Has to be upwards of 35 or 40 saves on the night. He's looking for just one more right here as Blake Faulkner will take the first opportunity here for New Trier. He takes the puck, skates right in on net. He draws, forehand, scores! Blake Faulkner gets it done for the Trevians. And now all Drew Dirtoff has to do is stop this opportunity from Southwood here in the shootout. And New Trier will get out of here with 2 points. Here comes Southwood. Southwood approaches a little bit wider. He looks, he draws, stick save, and New Trier wins. So I thought we were going to go only one round.
What Melton and Philbin were discussing. I don't know if they're given the opportunity to discuss how they want to close things out here.
We'll play on here as on comes another shot, and able to keep it out is Winger. So it was Jaden Sauer. I'm very certain that in the official rules of the SHL, it's a one-shot proposition. Not sure exactly how that works, where I guess both teams got together and said, forget that, we want to play 3 rounds, but regardless, here comes Frymouth. Not sure how that works, to be honest with you, Tyler.
Well, for Frymouth here, remember, he was the one with the breakaway earlier, so he's already been able to show one move to Dirtoff. And I like that he's the guy taking this shot here if I'm Glenbrook South, because he's had his one chance. He's seen what hasn't worked so far, and now he's got a chance to throw a little something different at Dirtoff.
And now you got to wonder, is this Winger icing Dirtoff a little bit? Taking his time to get those back on. On comes Frymouth. He skates wide again as well. Frymouth coming in between the circles. He'll shoot just wide of the net. So New Trier with a chance here, we think, to win this game if they're able to bury this shootout opportunity. And it'll be Douthitt. Landon Douthitt. Landon Douthitt. With a chance to win it for New Trier. He'll skate. He skates wide right. Comes back between the circles. He'll shoot. Big save by Winger. So GBS will get an opportunity, and it'll be Papalis for GBS. Papalis to try to keep it going. Here's Papalis. Carries the puck. He skates more down the middle. Almost loses the puck. And he misses. New Trier wins. 1-0 in the shootout. And OT heartbreak once again for GBS. In a game that Luke Winger was absolutely outstanding in keeping GBS in the game throughout. One of the great goalie performances I've seen here on the SHL network over the years from Luke Winger. And all he'll have to show for it is a single OT point. And so after a tough OT loss last night to Carmel, another OT shootout loss, and you gotta love the respect as Tyler Smith and a couple of the New Trier forwards come down to Winger's net, chatting him up. I mean, he was outstanding. That's a classy move. That is game-respecting game on the part of these New Trier Trevians here tonight. We're going to send it down to Tyler Aki, who's standing by with game-winning head coach Bob Melton.
All right, Coach Melton, you guys were trailing heading into that third period, and you get the one goal. What did you see on the equalizer there?
Well, we had to change up our forecheck a little bit. That's why we called the timeout, because what was going on wasn't going to get us a goal. So we changed it up a little bit. It worked, so we tied it up. And I felt good once we tied it up that, you know, we can either get another goal or win it in overtime. But I'm thankful that we won in the shootout.
And Drew Durdoff didn't see a lot of shots really during that game. Make you a little bit nervous heading into that shootout and that overtime period?
Well, you know, at that point, I mean, each team's going to get a point. So you just want to, you know, yeah, you want the second point, but, you know, you take a team game and now you put it into an individual game. And, you know, Drew, again, played great. You know, again, this is just good learning moments for him, and it's got to do an enormous, you know, amount for his confidence. So happy to see him stop all three shots.
All right, congrats on the win and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you so much.
So clearly relieved Bob Melton and didn't comment it at the time, but it's a great point. They called that timeout, and shortly thereafter got the goal. Certainly want to go back and look at some of those changes because didn't notice it in real time, but clearly something was changed there, and they were able to get that goal to equalize things with about 5 minutes left in the third period. So GBS, with their fourth overtime loss of the year, get a point out of it. But you got to feel if you're a Titan fan, you've been bitten consistently here in overtime, and it's only a matter of time before some of that luck turns its way around. I want to thank our great crew here tonight on another outstanding broadcast. Of course, on the camera, we have Matt Buden, Jimmy the Wiz Olsen, with all the great technicals, the replays, all the great graphics coming for you live here from Winnetka Ice Arena. For Tyler Aki, I am Max Anderson. Thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you again next Wednesday night from the GBN St. Viator game in Northbrook.